Gabriel Palumbo here with Sioux College News, joined by Anthony Blonda. Today we are going to be discussing about the topic of American tariffs put against us Canadians on our services and goods. So that being said, Anthony, have you ever heard anything about the tariffs the U.S. has put on Canadian products? If you have, what's your impression of it?
Yeah, Gabe, absolutely. Just like all the Canadians here, we hear a good bit of it all the time, you know, from the news, from family members, just even going around, you see like tariff-free, Canadian branded only. So I'd definitely say I've heard a good bit of it over the last couple months for sure. My initial thoughts on it, I don't think it's completely necessary. I think we could definitely work out an agreement with the president over there in the U.S. to kind of stop these tariffs and come to like a good trade agreement where we can both benefit with, definitely both benefit.
Perfect. Do you think these tariffs will affect everyday people, or is it mostly something that impacts like the government or businesses?
I think it's definitely going to affect everyday people as well as business, to be totally honest with you, Gabe. Because if a business is directly impacted, they got to pay more money to get their goods and services in, and therefore, like your average Canadian is going to have to pay more. So I think I could definitely say it's going to affect both a good bit for sure, and it's just going to be hard to kind of get back on our feet business-wise, and then the average Canadian as well.
Absolutely. That being said, if prices go up because of tariffs, do you think that most people would blame the U.S., Canada, or would people agree on just an equal, blame?
Yeah, I think your average Canadian is 100% going to blame the U.S. more, and like rightfully so. You're not used to anything like this, especially the last couple of years. So I think the initial blame is 100% going to go to the U.S., and I do agree for the most part. But I do think our government could also do a lot more, kind of have some talks with the president, kind of get these tariff things all sorted, like we've seen with other countries. Other countries kind of not really kneeled down to him, but gave him that same type of respect that he's looking for, and they got their tariffs either taken off or like heavily reduced.
Sure.
So I think your average Canadian though is going to go in the route of just heavily blaming the U.S., but I think our government could definitely step up a little bit.
Right. Do you feel tariffs make the relationship between the U.S. and Canada stronger or more strained?
Oh, definitely more strained. Not really a question about it. There's many things that I think we could do as our government and Canadians kind of fix that straining, but just an initial opinion, like, definitely gets worse. Your average Canadian hates U.S. right now. Most people that I know, my family, will refuse to even go across the border. Some people, I'm not really like that personally, but some people definitely don't like the U.S., the government as well. So there's not really much beneficiary going on between the two countries right now.
Awesome. And lastly, last question for you. Do you think the U.S. and Canada will be able to work out their differences on tariffs soon, or do you expect the dispute to drag on?
I think the dispute's definitely going to drag on for a bit more. I wouldn't say they'll be able to work it out soon. Definitely hoping that they'll be able to work it out sometime in the future for sure. Mm-hmm. But as regards to being soon, the next little bit, personally, I don't think so. I think it's been too big of a problem here for this long, and we haven't done much about it as our government, and he hasn't done much about it either. So therefore, I think it's going to keep going on for a little bit for sure.
Awesome.